Here's an unedited 4-minute and 51-second shaping session with my dog Bailey. Here at the beginning, you'll see that I just click and reward to kind of charge that clicker and to just signify to her that the training session has started. I also use the cue, "Are you ready?" to signal that our training session is going to start. So a few things to note is that Bailey did have a slight aversion to this automatic treat dispenser or manners minder. That's why I'm using a clicker and I'm not using the button there, but the button is present because I want that to be a part of the picture of future obedience. The second thing is that she has put her paws up onto the step stool only once before, and it was in a different location. It's in the office where the step stool usually lives. Another thing is that you'll see me prompting with my body language a lot. I'm actually physically tapping the step stool to try and get her to do the behavior. Typically in a shaping session, I don't really want to use my body language cues a lot. I want the dog to be more critical thinking, and I want them to offer behaviors, and I want to reward them for close approximations to the end resulting behavior that I ultimately want, which is going to be for her to put 2 paws up onto the step stool and to have duration in that. So something about Bailey is that she's a very handler-focused dog, and she really looks to the handler for guidance and specific instruction, and she doesn't really think critically and try to solve any problems, and I want to change that. Now, right here, you will see that she actually successfully puts 2 paws up onto the step stool, and you'll notice that my reward package is a lot bigger. I really want to show her that I really like that behavior of the 2 paws up onto the step stool, so I went in and gave her a really large reward package. You'll see that here in a moment that Bailey comes back to the step stool and she does put 2 paws up onto the step stool again, and I do reward her with a really big reward package. But then later on, she goes back to just offering 1 foot on the step stool, and that's exactly how a shaping session goes. The dog has to try out and offer different behaviors to see what gains them the reinforcement. So if you do a shaping session at home, I don't want you to get frustrated that the dog isn't progressing in a linear fashion. It's definitely going to be a back and forth or up and down progression. Now, another thing that I also want to note about these sessions is that you saw that my body language cues were really, really big at the beginning. I was actually physically tapping on the step stool. And as time goes on, I do want to minimize how much body language cues I'm giving to the dog, but you really want to tailor it to the dog that is in front of you. And because Bailey isn't a very critical thinking dog and she doesn't really solve problems on her own, that she really relies on the handler, or else she gets really frustrated and then she can end the session, or sessions like this can be kind of aversive to her, and I definitely don't want that. So you'll see here that she doesn't really have a lot of enthusiasm for the behavior. She kind of sat, she just kind of gave a paw tap onto the step stool. So my reward package was pretty small right here because, yeah, it was the correct behavior, but it wasn't like the big thing that I was looking for. Then right here, she gives me some really good information about where she is in the learning process, because I try and really minimize my body language right here. I just kind of point to it to try and prompt her into the behavior, and she actually ends up laying down right here. And so I kind of give a bigger body language cue to try and prompt her into the behavior. She's really distracted with the noises in the garage outside because it's really stormy. The hurricane is coming through, and so the garage is making a lot of noise. Bailey is a very noise-sensitive dog. She's definitely enthusiastic for training, and she definitely wants to try. You can see right here that she put 1 paw up onto the step stool, and I didn't immediately click and reward. And then she ended up putting 2 paws there, and look at my reward package. I really gave her a really big reward package for doing that behavior. Also for me, right then, I was also debating, should I have ended the session right there? That was actually pretty good. Should I have just given her the remainder of her reinforcement? But I kind of missed my opportunity. So I was like, if the next one is good, then maybe I will do that one as the end of my session, and I'll jackpot her with the rest of her reinforcement. And then right here, she kind of only puts 1 paw up onto the step stool, but I'm persistent in wanting both. And then she does both. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. So then I go ahead and end the session there. The thing that I didn't show is that when she was done eating, I said the ending cue of all done. And that was it.